we will start the portion, and today we will complete our chapter, and tomorrow onwards, whenever we will have our classes, we will start writing the question answers of this chapter, right? So today we will see that what was the proposition of ordinary people and the crime against humanity. We know that Hitler, what he did against the Jews, it's known as the crime against crime against humanity. And what the ordinary people of Germany, they were supposed to do? Generally, what happened that, listen very carefully, that generally what happened that the whole population of Germany, they were divided into certain groups. They were divided into different groups, like one, they were the followers of Hitler, who thought that whatever Hitler was telling, whatever Hitler was doing, and whatever Hitler was implementing was very good and was very suitable, and it is the correct thing to do. So they followed Hitler and they did all the things whatever Hitler had said, like father of Helmut, who was a doctor, who knew that what he is doing is wrong, but as he supported Hitler, he did all those crimes in his whole life. Being a doctor, he mistreated the patients or did different kinds of experiments on the Jew patients, right? One group was this, they are known as ProHitler or the supporters of Hitler. One group were AntiHitler. They did not like Hitler and they protested that no, Hitler, whatever he is doing wrong, he is saying nonsense and he is doing bad things, right? So a group of people were them, but whenever they tried to raise their voice, whenever they tried to raise their protest, most of the times they were arrested, most of the times they were sent to the concentration camps and into the gas chambers. So the number of anti-Hitler people in Germany during the Nazi period were very less, and a very huge group of people were there who were neutral, who did not know or who did not understood that which way is the good or which way to support. They could not support Hitler because they knew that Hitler is doing something wrong, or they did not went against Hitler because they knew that they have no enough power to resist Hitler. So the ordinary people, they were kind of divided into different groups, and they had lots and lots of dilemmas. They had lots and lots of confusions that which way is the proper way to go on, which is the proper way to live my life. So this was the dilemma, this was the problem of the ordinary German people, which has been pointed out in a poem by Pastor Niemöller, who is a resistant fighter, who was a resistant fighter. He was against Hitler. He wrote a poem. I am going to read the poem for you, and he actually showed the situation which followed in Germany. What he wrote? See, first they came for the communists. Well, I was not a communist, so I said nothing. Then they came for the social democrats. Well, I am not a social democrat, so I did nothing. Then they came for the trade unionists, but I was not a trade unionist. And then they came for the Jews, but I was not a Jew, so I did little. But then when they came for me, there was no one left who could stand up for me. This is the poem. Just listen carefully. I'm trying to explain it. What he's saying? That first the Nazis, they came for the communists. I'm not a communist. I'm an ordinary man. So I said nothing. I kept quiet. So people asked, are you communist? I said, no. So I said nothing. Then they came for the social democrats because Hitler wanted to destroy democracy. So social democrats were arrested and sent to the concentration camps. So I was not a social democrat. So I did nothing. Then they came for the trade unionists. I am not a trade unionist. And then they came for the Jews. I was not a Jew, but I did little. What I did? I showed them that there is a boy who is a Jew. There is a family, they are Jew. Go and arrest them. In this way, I did little. And then, when nobody was around, they finally came for me. And when they came for me, I looked around. I looked around for help. I was searching for somebody who will stand up for me. But there was nobody. That means, my voice is cracking. I don't know. So, I don't know. Try others. Can you hear me properly? Okay, then Firdausi, your connection is not good. You just go offline and then join. Then you can hear it properly, I think. Okay, so what I was telling, that in this point we can see that people, human beings, they are so selfish, right? So when they are not asking for me, I said nothing, I did nothing, I just kept idle, I sat quietly. But when they asked for me, when they were searching for me, I tried to look around, for help. But there was nobody who can help me. So this was the trauma which was felt during the Nazi period of Hitler. And this trauma is also known by another name. This name is known as Holocaust. Holocaust is a meaning which means that it's a word which means mass murder or mass killing. Because these Jews, these gypsies, these physically and mentally challenged Germans, they died every day before they finally died. In the concentration camps, in the shops, in the ghettos, everywhere they were humiliated every day and night. They started having nightmares that somebody is killing them. They saw death in front of their eyes. They saw their children dying. They saw their parents dying. They saw their loved ones dying in front of their eyes. So in their dreams, those deaths started to come back again and again. So they were dying. More deaths before they have actually died. There was a man, there was a Jew who, just imagine, who was very weak and was dying during the Second World War. But before he was dying completely, or before he was dead, he shouted and said that I want to live at least 1 hour more after the Second World War. Why? Because I want to tell the world, I want to tell the whole world that what I have gone through, what these Germans have done to us, what these Nazis have treated, how they have treated us, how they have taken us, how they have tortured us. I want to tell this to the whole world. That's why I want to live an hour more. But sorry, he did not make it up. He died before the Second World War ended. There was a man who started writing the dreams of these Jew people who lived in the concentration camps. And the book, after the World War was over, after Germany lost it, and after that he published his book, and the book was known as the Third Reich of Dreams. If you read this book, you can understand that how the people, they have spent their days and nights in this Holocaust, and it is till now one of the heinous crime against humanity in the whole world history, starting from the prehistorical time. And that's why I'll end up this chapter. Who is not mute? Please, all of you, please mute it. Please mute your microphone, others cannot hear it. So I'll end up today's chapter with a very beautiful line which is there in your book, the last line, that the history and the memory of the Holocaust live on in memorials, fictions, documentaries, poetry, memorials and museums in many parts of the world today. Because those who have survived, they have kept these days in their memories, so they have written books, they have made documentaries, so these histories are there, but these histories are a tribute, a salute to those who resisted it, who survived it, who tried to fight against this kind of humanity's crime. It's a salute to them. It's an embarrassing reminder to those who collaborated. It's an embarrassing moment for those. It's a shameful. It's a shame that they have joined hands with Hitler and did all those crimes together. And it's a warning to those who watched in silence. Whenever you see a crime is going on, you should raise your voice. Because if you don't raise your voice, someday the whole rest will be finished, vanished, and the whole history will blame you for this. So those who did not raise their voice, it's a warning to them that please don't be silent in future. Right? So with this, we end our chapter. Any doubts, any questions, please let me know. So with this, we complete our syllabus for this whole year. Okay, I think there is no question. So tomorrow onwards, if we have our class, then get ready with the pen and paper. We will write the question answers of this chapter, right? Okay, goodbye.